Hi friend, Marian Santos here of Potentials.com, signing at our channel. So, Joy That Last. So, we are using this not as a marriage book but as a Bible study book po, no? Although it's about marriage, of Dr. Gary Smalley. So, he's a family counselor, no? So, yung chapter 6 natin na, chapter 6 na tayo, what your emotions tell you. So, sabi, yung story niya is, why are so many couples so unhappy? Why do we know Christians, those who should plunge into the source of joy, have reasonably positive life circumstances, bakit sila miserable? So yun yung question. Bakit may mga couples sa atin, we are supposed to be happy kasi Christian tayo, bakit tayo miserable? So sabi ni Dr. Gary is, it's primarily a problem of expectations. So at one time or another, all of us experience situations in which our expectations are unfulfilled. And unfulfilled expectations are primary cause of negative emotion and unhappiness. So kung hindi daw na-fulfill daw po yung expectation natin about each other, ang nangyayari po is nagiging unhappy tayo and having negative emotions. So ano po ba nangyayari pag meron tayong mga negative emotions? One unhealthy response to negative emotion is to try to stuff them deep inside or pretend they don't exist. So, parang it gets burdened or it gets stuck to us. The damage of denying our emotion is sabi niya, the story of the Spartan boy in ancient Greece. Ano ba yung story ng Spartan boy, di ba? He learned survival skills and was told to hide every trace of emotion. So, tinago daw po niya yung mga, kumbaga, yung mga challenges na na-undergo niya while training. But because of that, dahil kumbaga masyadong yung negative emotion niya is in-stock lang niya sarili niya, hindi niya shinare or he kept it to himself. So finally, suffering from mortal wounds, the boy fell dead at his teacher's feet. So he died because of stuck emotion. So parang yun yung inaano sa atin na dinidiscourage sa atin ni Dr. Gary. Parang sabi niya, we have to let go of this emotion. So how do we do that? So sabi niya nga Jesus wept at the grave of a friend. He became angry at the money changers in the temple. He was even accused of being a glutton and drunkard because he attended weddings and other parties. Denying negative emotions may leave us looking good on the outside, but to do so will destroy up on the inside. So parang si Jesus mismo, sinasabi ni Dr. Gary, in-express niya yung anger niya doon sa mga situation that he mentioned. So tayo rin parang, he is encouraging us to express these negative emotions. So, a second option is to allow our emotion to run their natural course with the attitude there's nothing we can do about them. The problem with unchecked emotion is that they can harm others as well ourselves. So, kung hindi nga daw po natin either to express it to a relative or to a counselor or to a mentor, baka yun nga, matulad tayo doon sa Spartan boy na he died because sobrang pagod na siya at kinip lang niya yung mga sufferings niya sa sarili niya. So, how do we release yung pent-up emotions, diba? So, sabi niya nga, a friend who works at a psychiatric hospital related the tragic story of Brian. So si Brian had a great deal of anger considered to become very unfair actions of his parents had taken. So kumbaga, yung meron siyang resentment sa kanyang parents. So sabi niya, just pretend this doll is your parents. So doon niya in-express yung kanyang emotion. Kaya lang, hindi rin po naging maganda kung doon mo naman i-express yung emotion mo. Kasi parang, eventually, parang sabi sa story is, nasaktan niya yung father niya, kasi, because parang doon naman niya sa father, when he was released, so nakripple niya yung father niya in a pit of rage kasi kala niya yung dal na yung father niya. So parang, so sino ba? Paano? How do we handle these negative emotions? Sabi niya, those who know Jesus Christ can use negative emotion as warning signal. So, kaya sabi ko, it's a Bible storybook or study book Kasi parang sinasabi niya, when we have these pent-up emotions, let's go to the Lord. for guidance, hindi yung sa ating sarili lang. So, sabi niya, emotions can provide us with a lot of information. So, ano ba yung mga emotion na yan that we have to learn to handle? Number one is envy. Ano ba yung envy? The desire for gain. So, parang when we are envious, diba, parang we want to have what others have. So, minsan nangyayari doon, parang, kasi there are always greater or lesser persons than us. Pag kinumpare mo sa sarili mo kay ganito, parang he's better. Pag kinumpare mo naman someone, he's lower. So, parang, it's a useless emotion to compare yourself. Kasi parang lagi kang merong hahanapin than greater than you are and you are not contented with yourself. So, sabi niya, when I do feel envy, I pray, Lord, thank you for this emotion. Help me see that I want what I want can never fill me as much as you can. So, yun. The Lord can fill you that. Ako, na-experience ko yan. Parang, there was a time that I was doing good at my career, pero parang may hinahanap pa rin po tayo. Which later on, I realized, based from an office mate and si Brother Bo Sanchez, that Jesus is that missing link sa ating buhay. And another emotion that we need to learn is jealousy or the fear of loss. So whenever envy is wanting someone we don't have, jealousy is the fear of losing what we already possess. So natatakot tayo na what we have baka mawala sa atin. That's jealousy, di ba? So parang, so how do we handle that negative emotion also na natatakot tayo that others or those that we have ay mawala sa atin. So again, Lord, I'm afraid of losing something that I already have. However, I want my treasure to be with you in heaven, not here. I realize that whatever I have that I enjoy can never permanently charge my battery. Even if I lose something I need, I can come to you, the giver of life, and ask for another. And if you don't want me to have it, I can ask you to take away the desire. Thank you that you, not my possession, are the source of life. So, parati pong inuulit ni Dr. Gary Smalley yung being Jesus as or God as the source of our life, or Jesus nga po, na will help us to remove these negative emotions in our life. Kung hindi na po na-handle at yung mga people around us are not able to help us also, is to go to Jesus, to ask for help from Him. So, the third emotion is lust. Dreaming about what I can or shouldn't have. So, lust. So lahat naman tayo, whether man or woman, di ba, nagkakaroon tayo ng mga temptation. So, parang, sinasabi ni Dr. Gary, hindi rin natin yan kakayanin to handle on our own. So, we have to go to Jesus pa rin, or to God to help us. So, paano ba natin yan, sabi niya, how do we handle the problem of lust? First, rehearse the negative consequence of sexual involvement even in the midst of lustful thoughts. Remember what is it to be filled trap. The consequences are far more than we can mention, but they include enslavement to passion, reinforcement of our world-centered tendency that diminishes genuine experiences of love, callousness of our soul, and of course the possibility of catching a sexual disease. So yan po, yan yung isa sa fear natin, di ba, yung dahil sa HIV or AIDS. So baka if we indulge doon sa hindi natin makakilala na mga alam niyo na, one-night stand affair, we may caught a sexual disease. So, isa yun sa inaano sa atin na para hindi tayo ma-involve sa mga ganyan. What's the second way path to handle lust? Memorize section of scripture that deals specifically with sexual freedom. So, ano po ba yan? Galatians 5 verse 1 to 14, Ephesians 5 verse 1 to 6, and 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 verse 3 to 7. So, Dr. Gary is telling us to read the Bible para mag-guide tayo na hindi tayo mapunta dun sa temptation of lust. So, nandyan naman yan kasi, but if we are strong in our faith kay Jesus, maiiwasan po natin yan. Third, for men especially, beware of the anger lust cycle that often develops. So, minsan kasi po, magkaaway yung mag-asawa or boyfriend, girlfriend. So, doon po nagkakaroon ng dahil there's anger na natitempt to go to another person. So, sabi niya nga, si Jesus pa rin ang binibigay na solution ni Dr. Gary Smalley to help us combat this temptation. So, finally realize that most people gaining the freedom from lust is a long-term process, especially for those who have developed a habit of immoral thoughts and actions. So, hindi naman to tayo perfect. So, especially with the onset of this internet or yung mga things that are available to us, diba? So, yun, the more that we need Jesus to help us handle all these challenges in our life. So, that's basically what Dr. Gary was telling us na kumbaga, kung meron mang mali sa atin, we need to ask Jesus to help us overcome all these temptations and handle all the challenges in our daily life, especially the challenges that we are having these past months or years because of what the world is undergoing because of the pandemic. Stay safe, everyone. God bless you all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to support our channel.